చెప్తున్నాను. ఎక్కడైనా బావే కానీ వంగ తోట దగ్గర బావగారు, ఎక్కడైనా మంచి ఉండే కానీ అక్కడ ఏది చేస్తాడు బ్రో, అడగండి ఆయన. అది అది ఇచ్చి కళ్ళు కనపట్లేదు, నా ఫేస్ కనపట్లేదు. ఓం అజ్ఞానతిమిరాంధస్య జ్ఞానాంజనశలాకయా చక్షురున్మిళితం యేన తస్మై శ్రీగురవే నమః. శ్రీచైతన్యమనోభీష్టం స్థాపితం యేన భూతలే స్వయం రూపా కదా మహ్యం దదాతి స్వపదాంతికం. నమో విష్ణుపదాయ కృష్ణప్రేష్టాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే భక్తివేదాంత స్వామిన్ ఇతి నామినే. నమస్తే సారస్వతి దేవే గౌరవాణి ప్రచారిణే నిర్విశేష శూన్యవాది పాశ్చాత్య దేశతారిణే. జై శ్రీ కృష్ణ చైతన్య ప్రభు నిత్యానంద శ్రీ అద్వైత గదాధర శ్రీవాసాది గౌర భక్త వృంద. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. So Ananta, Madhapati is not coming.
हाँ यस प्रभु जी, हाँ वो प्रचार में गया है प्रभु जी उड़ीसा.
अच्छा, he is in preaching. Okay, so okay.
प्रभु जी वो एक क्वेश्चन था, वन क्वेश्चन
पूछिए.
कल का ही प्रश्न प्रभु जी, वो जगत का उपादान कारण थ्री मोड्स ऑफ नेचर है या भगवान है? ऐसे तो भगवान ही है ना, उपादान और निमित्त कारण.
हाँ, उपादान और निमित्त कारण दोनों भगवान ही है. तो थ्री मोड्स नेचर के रूप में भगवान ही कारण है, क्योंकि वो शक्ति भगवान से अलग नहीं है.
अच्छा, ऐसे प्रभु जी ये जो प्रकृति या थ्री मोड्स ऑफ नेचर है, ये हाउ इट इज, मतलब कैसे सेम है और डिफरेंट है भगवान से? डिफरेंट तो समझ में आ रहा है, ये जड़ है और भगवान चेतन है, मगर सेम किस तरीके से?
सेम इसलिए है कि भगवान की शक्ति होने के कारण वो सेम ही है. शक्ति के रूप में देखेंगे तो थ्री मोड्स ऑफ नेचर का भी बीइंग ए शक्ति, इट इज नॉट डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द लॉर्ड. शक्ति शक्तिमतो भेदा भेदा, दैट्स द रीजन.
ऐसे प्रभु जी लाइक जब कोई बहुत प्योर डिवोटी रहता है, उत्तम अधिकारी, वो सर्वत्र भगवान को देखता है, तो उसका मतलब क्या होता है? लाइक he sees in every matter
everything in connection with the Lord. All this energy is in connection with the Lord. That's why everything is not different from the Lord. Vasudeva sarvamiti. So Vasudeva is only everything. So like that they are seeing. because they're seeing, even if they see one plant actually, so immediately they think that it is the energy of the Lord, means it is that means he sees everything in connection with the Lord.
Oh.
It's Lord's energy and it's meant for the purpose of serving the Lord, like that. That is the, so once if you understand that everything is belonging to the Lord and everything is meant for the service of the Lord, then that is not different from the Lord. Like Mahaprasadam, it is three modes of the nature. It is first bhoga is made up of three modes of material nature. And once it is offered, then you'll be seeing that it is not different from the Lord. Yes or no?
Yes.
You'll be having the same respect and love for the prasadam also as we have for the Lord. So the same way, everything these pure devotees, they see in connection with the Lord. So that's why there is no difference between the Lord and its energy. And they don't see any difference in that way. Like example, gopis, when they were dwelling in this, that means searching for the Krishna, they are seeing every creeper also is better devotee than the Lord, than them. They're seeing they are all as devotees of the Lord. So that is a consciousness actually. Even the water, if they see water, so Yamuna water, they are thinking this water is also having the great devotion. So in everything, everywhere, they are seeing the devotion. Everyone, they see everyone as a devotee of the Lord. So that is the Chetana actually. They develop that kind of Chetana. How the water is having the devotion, they see that this Yamuna water is having the whirlpools. So whirlpool, that water is just is whirling there. And that means if Krishna is playing flute and this water doesn't want to go forward direction. That means that water is having this so much attachment for the Krishna's fruit sound. And that means they are more love, they have more love than us, like that gopis who are thinking. This is a mood of the highest devotees. If they see a stone in the Vraja, so they see that this stone is also so fortunate. It is having the association of the dust of the Lord's devotees' lotus feet. And it is getting that dust every time. So fortunate, this stone. This stone is much better devotee than me. So like this. This Uttama, that means the Adhikaris, they can see this whole universe in many ways. This is the one type of way. That means they are seeing everything as better than them in their devotion. This is the one way of perception we can see, one kind of perception they are having. Uttama Bhaktas, or otherwise they see everything is non-different from the Lord being the Shakti. So that's why they say that this is also, everything is meant for the service. And they try to, so in that way they see no difference between this energy and the energetic. Once if you offer bhoga to the Lord, you are not seeing the difference between. Like that they see everything as is meant for the service of the Lord in that way. So like this, and philosophically also is true, because energy is not different from the energetic, even that is a spiritual or material. Totally is energy only. So that's why there is no difference between the energetic and energy. Achintya Bheda Veda. In that way, material world is also Bhagavan, Vasudeva. But Vasudeva is not material world. Material world is Vasudeva.
Because Lord is Chetan and Lord is not dead.
So yeah, we are seeing the non-difference. We are not seeing the difference between the, we are not seeing this material energy separate from the Lord. But we don't say this material world is only the Lord. Then that is the wrong philosophy. Yeah.
In more detail, Prabhuji, it is there in Bhagavad Sandar.
It comes in Paramattva Sandarbha.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah. Who is this Ashutosh Rajendra? Ashutosh Rajendra Sharma. Who is this? Is initiated name or something? Bro, can you speak out? I'm seeing newly.
Danvat Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu.
I have been late in joining the satsang. At
Acha.
the moment, I have been viewing your previous recorded sessions, and I have seen.
Today only you joined, Prabhu?
I have joined possibly a couple of weeks back, but till then, some 5 sessions, 5 satsangs were over. So I have been viewing the old recorded sessions on the app, and I'm trying to keep pace with your learning, Prabhuji.
Okay, no.
Pranam,
Yes,
Prabhu.
bro. Yes, Pranam, bro. So you are from which place?
I am from Mumbai, Prabhuji.
Okay. What about Ramcharan Prabhu? You are raising hand. Tell me, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu, just I have a question, like what Ananta Prabhu is asking related to that. Can I ask?
Yes, Prabhu.
So when we are saying that material energy is Jada Prakriti, so but material energy is also energy, Prabhu. So sometimes I get little probably I need more clarification. Like when we say Jada and Chetan, so material energy is also conscious in one sense because it's energy. So when we say Jada means like how we differentiate like between that, like.
Yeah. It's material energy is also energy. Yes, true. But energy is conscious, and every energy is not conscious. When you say so conscious is another property actually. So consciousness means if anything is having any object, anything is having the consciousness, then it is having the cognition power. Like example, so if you take a pot and if you keep another pot in front of that, it will be identifying that this is another pot, and also it is identifying himself as a pot. This is the cognition actually. If something is chit, that means something is having the awareness, then it should identifying the objects. It is having the knowledge. But material energy is not having that kind of cognizing power or cognition power. That power is not there with the material energy. So that's why Jnana Shakti is not belonging to 3 modes. Material energy. They cannot see. They cannot identify themselves. But Jivatma is also Shakti, but it is having the cognition power. It is thinking itself as I am. It is thinking I. That I-ness is there in the case of Jivatma, because I am this, I am that, but wrongly identifying sometimes that I-ness. So that's why it is thinking itself as I am Indian, I am Western, I am fat, I am small, I am beautiful, like that. So, but I-ness is there in the cognizing power. Cognizing power is there with the Jivatma. But Jivatma is there, pot is there. But pot is not having that kind of ability actually. So that's why inert means it is not having the chit shakti. That means cognizing power. Cognition power, sorry. Cognition. So ability of cognition is not there. That is a jada. And also not only Gnana Shakti, it is also not having the Kriya Shakti. Kriya Shakti means this pot cannot move by itself. It also needs someone who can move it. So that's why it is also Kriya Shilata. In Hindi, if you say Kriya Shilata, Gnana Shakti, Kriya Shilata, these 2 things are not there with the inert material. That is the inertness.
But even
Energy
Jiva,
only.
even Jiva doesn't have Kriya and Jnana Shakti, right?
Jiva is not having the Kriya and Gnana Shakti. So what it is not having means you cannot say completely it is not having. It is being a chit. It is having the cognition power, but Paramatma is also being side to him. And he is giving. He is giving. Jivatma is also chit, being a part and parcel. Like you see, some servant is there. And he was given some clothes by master. Those clothes belonging to whom? He is having now, presently, the servant. One way you say, yes, these clothes belongs to servant. But actually those clothes belongs to master. But these things are not given to material world actually. Jivatma is given with the Kriya and Gnana Shakti by the Lord. But those belonging to him only.
So my what I'm understanding is like actually it's coming from the Lord, but it's being delegated to Jivatma, and then Jivatma uses. But material energy, like Krishna never give to material energy, and then Paramatma keeps with him. Like,
Yeah.
is that, yes,
But for the material energy, he never gives. That is the thing, Prabhu.
So material energy is only like conscious, but not cognition. Like does not have.
No, material energy is not conscious. Material energy is not conscious. Is inert. Material energy is inert.
So, but you say like cognition power is not there, but it's still a chit, right? Material energy or no?
No, material energy is not chit. So, awareness is a symptom of chit padartha. That is not there with material energy. But it is there with the Jivatma. It is given by the Lord.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Prabhuji, then why Brahman also is mentioned as Chit? If
Brahman
there is
is
no if there is no consciousness, just as material world has no consciousness, it is not Chit. There also Brahman also there are no activities. Then how can it be Chit?
It is Brahman is the chit feature only. Chit means it's completely conscious. That consciousness is having the oneness. That means there is no variegatedness. Brahman is opposite to that means whoever is in the Brahma Gnani, that means whoever is situated in the Brahman knowledge, he will not be seeing any variegatedness. But it is a state of consciousness where there are no varieties. Brahman is nothing but is a state of consciousness where there are no varieties. So that's why there is only Suddha Brahma. That's why we say that Shankaracharya says this state, this Brahman as Shuddha Brahma. Shuddha means no any quality. That means no variegatedness. That consciousness is not cognizing. It is not recognizing or cognizing. It is not cognizing any object with varieties because that state is like that. It's the state which is free from all the variegatedness. But consciousness is there. Okay.
But conscious means having Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti, na Prabhuji?
Conscious means so having the ability of knowing. I know, you say na? Consciousness is nothing but the knowing. No. So that is the point. So Brahman wants to know. If it wants, in the state of Brahman, if anyone wants to know, but there is no object to know. And there is no object, it is itself, it is there, only alone is existing. So that's why cognition is not happening. But cognition only, it is itself form of cognition, but there is no object. And even it is, you may say, it is knowing itself that action should happen. To happen that, but it is also not having any qualities. That is a state actually. That is a one kind of state. Okay. You will understand these things when you study. So even more bit deeply into other philosophies. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
So we'll continue our discussion in second shower of nectar. So that is second verse. First is over. Is over, no? Actually yesterday. Is over. After we are going very slow. Total 8 varshas are there. Amrita Varsha.
Last 2 lines are remaining, Prabhuji.
2 line. Acha.
In first Vrishti.
Over, Prabhu. Naratvasyapi ko vaina sevate vina naretara. We studied this also.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
So, did we log in through the app today, or is it through Zoom meeting?
Through app only, Prabhu Mataji. So I logged in through my website actually.
Because I was waiting since 9:30 and it said the meeting is not started yet. I was waiting and it's already, like 15 minutes past. Then I sent a message to you thinking that there is no class. But when I logged in, I saw already conversation is going on. So maybe there's some, I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe some, I'll check in.
Yes, I am also unable to access through the application, Prabhuji, that website.
Oh.
It was not.
I'm trying it. It is displaying the class has started, but we cannot able to enter into the class.
Oh, achha.
Yesterday also the same thing happened.
Ananta, how you entered actually?
Through app only, Prabhuji.
Through app only.
If you go in a web browser, if you're joining from computer, so you logged in there and you have to refresh your browser and then it will say live. When you click on there, actually it looks for a Zoom application on your machine or through web, whichever you are. So if you click on Zoom application, then it will open in a Zoom, or if you go in a web, it will basically go on a like your account and then waiting for that. So like yesterday also I opened, that's why we are able to see the gallery. I think they made an update because last time we requested that because we cannot see video gallery. So now it's opening in a regular Zoom session, but but you need to either install the Zoom application, then you will see the full features.
Oh, acha. Yeah, thanks, Prabhu.
They might have made an update because last week we requested them to see the video gallery probably.
Yeah. I told to them actually, I complained that, and they made some modifications, I think.
Yeah, that's why it's opening in a Zoom application right now, like as a regular Zoom application is showing, but the user ID and password or the login ID and password is coming through the link.
Acha. Okay, so I'm sharing this. Okay, I can send this.
Also, you said, Prabhuji, you said you'll send yesterday's notes also, which you shared.
Yes, Mata. Yes. I'm sending that.
Yeah.
What he did actually. This boy is really, I don't know what.
It look like it's just send a snapshot, Prabhuji. It's a picture file rather than PDF.
Yeah, I told him to make PDF and he see. Anyway, I'll send this at least. Ask him to make a file name as MK6. I'll send tomorrow once again to it properly, but keep it this for time being. Now I'm reading from my Dvitiyamritavrishtih. Second shower of nectar. अत्र माधुर्य कादम्बिन्यां द्वैत अद्वैत वाद विवादयोः न अवकाशः लभन्ते इति कैश्चिद् अपेक्षणीयाश्चेत् ऐश्वर्य कादम्बिन्यां दृश्यतां नाम. He is saying here in Madhurya Kadambini, there is no scope for argument and disputation on Dvaita Advaita. Vada Vivada. Vada Vivada means argument and Vivada means disputation. So Vada Vivada. Of what? Of the Dvaita and Advaita. Or on Dvaita and Advaita. Dvaita Advaita. Advaita means they say Abhedavadis. They say there is no difference. Dvaita means they say difference. So these two are the always two different opposite opinions. On these two, the argument and disputation, it means Vada, Vivada, is not the scope for these two, Vada and Vivada on Dvaita and Advaita is not there in this book, Mādhurya Kādambinī. We are not, it's not a polemical book. It's not a polemical book. If you anyone like that to know that polemics, it means someone say there is a difference. There is a difference means difference between the Lord and Jivatma, difference between the Lord and the Prakriti. There is a difference between the Prakriti and the Jivatma. There is a difference between the Prakriti and the Lord. So that three things are there, na? Lord, Ishvaraha, Prakriti, Jiva. So Dvaitavadis, what they say, there is a difference between the Lord and the Prakriti. There is a difference between the Lord and Jivatma, and also there is a difference between the Jiva and the Prakriti. So like this, Dvaitavadis, they say there is a difference between all these three. And Advaitins, they say there is no difference. Whatever difference you see, that is illusion. So that is the concept of Advaitavadis. That's why we say Advaitavadis means Abhedavadis. Dvaitavadis means Bhedavadis. So example for Advaitavadis is the Sankarites, followers of the Sankaracharya, and Dvaitavadis means followers of Madhvacharya. And in this book, there's a great, actually, if you see, for last 1200 years. So from here to, if you go 1200 years back, so Sankaracharya came after that. So some Ramanuja, and after that Madhva came almost all 900 years ago. Madhva came. That means from the last at least 900 years, if you dig out the history, there is a big fighting is always going on between these Advaitins and Dvaitins. Even it is there now, still also going on in the different Shastrartha Sabhas. That was the major issue in the society at that time. 900 years ago, this fight started actually. Not only just 900, it's manifested into gross form, but this was there from the time beginningless. That means from the Anadi Kala. All the whatever the various philosophies we are seeing in the present day-to-day society, all are existing eternally. But sometimes they manifest fully and sometimes they don't manifest. So whatever you see, this pratyaksha, that means these pratyakshavadis, they are ranam kritva kritam pibet. These pratyakshavadis, they are very much interested in the just the material sense gratification. Once, Prabhu, sound baga vastunda neeladi. So like this, these philosophies, what we are seeing, like Jain, Sikh, Buddha, all the philosophies somehow or other there in the from the avidya and vidya, both are eternally existing. And avidya's components also varieties, various. Now materialism is there. Do you think materialism is only now just 200 years back it started? Materialism is there from the beginningless. Everything is there. That's why this Bhagavatam is refuting all these philosophies, because all these philosophies eternally existing and also fact also eternally existing. It's both. So now, but anyway, come to our point. This Vada Vivada. Vada Vivada. That means this is there. There is no scope for this Vada Vivada, argument and disputation on Dvaita and Advaita. In this Mādhurya Kādambinī book, if you kaschid apekshaniyaha, if it is desired by someone, if it is expected, if they are expected by someone, he should see in the book named Aishwarya Kādambinī. There is one more book, Aishwarya Kādambinī. It is Mādhurya Kādambinī. Aishwarya Kādambinī is discussing about that. Next. Idanim. Now we are going to next topic. Idanim Karana Kedarikasu Pradhurbhavantyaha Tasyaha eva bhaktehe Gnana Karmadhyamishratvena Suddhayaha Kalpavalya api nirasta anya falabi sanditayaiva Drutavrataihi madhuvratairiva bhavya janaihi ashrayamanayaha swavishaikanukulya Mula pranayaha swasparshena sparshamaniriva Karnavrittirapi prakrutatva lohatam shanaihi tyajayitva chinmayatva shuddhak jambu nadatam prapayantyaha kandali bhavante samudgachyantyaha sadhanabhikke dve patrike vivriyete. It's a big line. It took for me 2 days. 2 days to translate this line. Okay, Ramcharan Prabhu, please.
Yeah, Prabhu, like sometime I wonder like why in Sanskrit there are so big lines are there, like is there a style like why they keep writing is like so many and every word have a lot of deep meaning and then it's big line. It's very difficult, become very difficult to.
I don't know. I also have same complaint. Why there? It took so much time actually, So seeing the connections and each word expanding inside so many meanings, so much combinations and how to present in English, and without missing any contextual meaning and also word meaning. So and also the overall meaning. So it's such a big task. Really, translation is and perfect translation. It's not that like you see, you can do sometimes we are appointed to clean the pots. We can clean, definitely. So one may clean within 10 minutes also. You can clean for the even 1 hour also. If you want to work on every detail, that means you don't want to see even in a small spot on it. Then you have to go and use the various materials and rub it. Same cleaning pots, sometimes if you go to some other, they will be quickly, within 5 minutes, they'll clean all the pots and they go in temple service. And if you go to someone, they'll be taking so much time, and they'll just like, especially this Panchadeep and these things. They clean like anything. They looks like new. So that's why depends upon translation means you can see the many translations in the market. Some people, they are doing on the name of Bhavartha, they are translating these Sanskrit lines into Bhavartha. Just they try to keep the Bhava, but they don't want to stick themselves to maintain the precision of the Sanskrit. So just Bhava, they should derive and write it. And some people write just whatever they understand from this. So like this, translators are having their own privilege and their own freedom, and anyway they are not bounded to anyone, so they are just for their enjoyment, or just for enjoyment means shastric engagement. So they are creating their own service and doing, and yes, they're pushing out. So it's up to them, so how they want to give to this society. So we are feeling. So if you go on easy way of translation, it will take hardly half an hour finish it. And if you go for each and every word and see the subtle meaning and see the precision and maintain, then it will take the 4 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours also. Only one line, 10 hours. Now here too, I took to come here actually at least 7 hours. Only whole day I was sitting on this. And yesterday. It depends upon the person. And it will be really mind taxing actually. Lot of energy will be consumed. Anyway, idani karana kedarikasu pradurbhavantyaha. Karana kedarika. Karana means what? Senses. Kedarika means Kedarnath. You are known as Kedari. Kedarinath. Why the Lord Shiva is getting the Kedarinath? Kedari. Dari. In Telugu also is there Dari. Kedari. Kedarinath means, anyone know what is the meaning of Kedari? Kedarinath, Badrinath. You say Kedari means if you take any tree, so to keep water, you'll be making a small made banate hai na usko, boundary. With the height boundary we make. And so like a coconut tree, if you want to put water into that, you'll making a boundary, a height boundary, so that water can be retained there. So then that boundary is known as Kedar. So senses is a field. What I translated is a field. It's a field. Kedari means that is the one meaning, and also that field actually. That. So even you can say Kedari means field, where we do the cultivation. So that sense you should catch actually. A field of senses. Senses are what? Field. In field, what we do? We sow the seeds, and that is sprouting out, and also after that slowly. So that means you'll be seeing that seed will become, when you keep a seed in the field, and if you put off water and something, then it is swelling. And then after that, small, that means sprout will come out. Then after that, what will happen? So from the two leaves are coming out like this, unfolding. So 2 leaves will spring out. This is going to happen. Especially you might be seeing in the case of like urud dal, moong dal. These seeds, if you keep because it is also having the two different portions, you know, if you break it. The two will become two leaves actually. It will come out like this and two leaves. In that case, that kind of plants you can see. So two leaves are clearly coming. Like Chintapikkalo. Then in that case also you'll be seeing Chintamalakalo. So
Dicotyledons, Prabhuji.
huh?
Dicotyledon legumes.
Yes, Mataji. The creeper of, so what is happening idanim now? Karna kedarikasu pradur bhavantyaha tasyaha. It is where she is taking the birth. So she takes birth in the field of the senses. So pradur bhavantyaha, that means takes birth in the field of senses. Tasyaha eva, tasyaha means the creeper of pure bhakti. So who, that means taking birth, who is taking birth? Creeper of the bhakti, bhakti creeper, pure bhakti creeper, and which is not mixed with the jnana and karma. Shuddha bhakti, which is not, Shuddha bhakti is compared here with a creeper, senses are compared with the field, okay, and this Shuddha bhakti is not mixed with the jnana and karma and so and so, okay. It's not a hybrid plant actually. Hybrid means it is mixed actually, qualities. Nowadays they are making hybrid seeds. So where the purity of that seed is missing, that now they are mixing the banana, genetically modifying or hybridizing. Hybridizing is different thing and genetically modification is a different thing. So they are bringing out some extra qualities, like they will be mixing some genetics of the some kind of, if suppose like sugarcane is there, sugarcane and bamboo, you both mix, bamboo grows more, sugarcane looks sweet, and you will take out the DNA of bamboo, and also in that whatever the pattern is caused for the becoming the strong, that means thick, that or fat thick, so that DNA will take out and you will be so imposing on the DNA of the sugarcane. Then you will be getting the new seed, which is like bamboo, like big, and also it's sweet like sugarcane. This kind of new plant is coming. You cannot say it's simply a sugarcane candy, but it is sugarcane plant. It is some new plant. That's a mix actually. Here, Bhakti creeper is not like that. It is not mixed. It's purely Bhakti creeper. There is no mix of the Jnana and Karma. Okay? भक्तेः ज्ञान कर्माद्यमिश्रत्वेन शुद्धायाः कल्पवल्याः अपि निरस्त अन्य फलाभिसन्धितयैव द्रुतव्रतैः मृदुव्रतैर्व भव्यजनैः आश्रियमाणायाः. Next line. Okay. Without aiming at other results, this bhakti is taken shelter by excellent people. Bhavya Janaihi, that means people like all of you. So great people, excellent people, they take shelter in her without aiming other results. Other results means, that means what they are aiming then? They are not aiming at other results, means they are aiming at what?
Prema Bhakti or service to Lord only.
They are aiming at that only. They are aiming at bhakti. They are not aiming at other results. Bhakti gives prema bhakti. So they are aiming at the prema bhakti, which is nothing but the bhakti. And they are not, that's why Falabi, what is given here? Anya, nirasta anya falabhisanditaya. There is, that means they are not aiming. Abhisandita means aiming. Anya phala means other results. Nirasta means without. Without aiming at other results. So, Drutavrataihi. Drutavrataihi means they are taking the vow. They who took vow, like honeybees. Here what we are saying, Madhuvrataihi. Who took the vow towards the honey? Honeybees, you know, they never drink the water or other things. Honeybees, if they drink water, then honey also will be diluted. So they don't drink any water or filter. So just they always drink madhu. They took vow to drink only madhu. That's why Madhuvrataihi means honeybees who drink only madhu. So like this, these devotees, they took the vow towards pure bhakti and without aiming at other results. That means who takes shelter in this pure bhakti? Now you tell me, who takes, you can make a picture actually on this. I want someone to make a picture on this. So like graphically, it should easily understandable. Just by once time, if they see, they should understand. Here, this pure devotees, Bhavya Jana means excellent people. They take shelter in that pure bhakti. Pure bhakti means which is not mixed with the jnana and karma. And this pure bhakti is compared with what? Creeper. And this creeper is taking birth where? In the field of senses. Okay. See how poetically our Acharya is writing. This we should understand. Next, Bhaktai Bhavya Janaihi Ashriyamanayaha Swavishayikanukulya Mula Pranayaha. This is one more point. What does this mean? What it mean? The principle of life. The principle of the life. The principle of life for pure bhakti is only favoring to her own object. This bhakti is also characterized. How it is characterized? What is the principle life? What is the principle of life for this pure bhakti? What is that? Favoring to her own object. Who is that her own object? Is Krishna. That means this pure bhakti favors only her master. That means her own object. This bhakti is, who is the object for this bhakti? That's Krishna. And it is going to favor him only, no others. And that is the principle of life for this pure bhakti. Mula prana. Getting or not? I don't know. Mula prana. माने principle of life. इसका मूल प्राण क्या है? अपना विषय के प्रति फेवर करना, अपना विषय को ही फेवर करना. अपना विषय कौन है? भगवान कृष्ण. माने कृष्ण को ही ये फेवर करती है. यही उनका फेवर करना ही उसका मूल प्राण है. रामचंद्र प्रभु, you know Hindi also, na? Any other language audience are there?
Yes, Prabhu, I know.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to speak in Hindi. Oh, acha. This Prabhu from Kakinada, what is his name? Prabhuji, your name I forgot. From Kakinada. Yesterday Prabhuji was speaking. What is his name, Mataji? Adaruni Mataji. If you mute it, unmute it, then now we can hear you are speaking.
Prabhu, something Prabhu.
Huh?
He opened the video.
Prabhuji, what is your name? Pilla Charyulu Musti.
Unmute cheyman.
Unmute, Prabhu. I forgot actually.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu, you know Hindi?
Yes, yes.
You can understand Hindi, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Your name, Prabhu? I forgot.
Mahavadanya Chaitanya Das, Prabhu.
Mahavadanya Chaitanya. Yeah.
From Kakinada.
Yeah. Mahavadanya. No, Prabhu, I just forgot. Sorry for that.
It's all right.
Mahavadanya Chaitanya Das. Okay. Yeah. So, so this bhakti is having the principle of life. So what is that? So favoring its own object only, not others. That means what? That pure bhakti is anukula. Anukulyena Krishnanusilanam. That is covered here. Swavishayika anukulyam. Swavishaya means Krishna. Anukulyam. That means it is favorable to only Krishna. Only Krishna. And also, Nirasta anya phalabi sandita means anyabhilashita sunyam. Next, Gnana karmadi amishratvam means Gnana karmadyanavritam. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is a staunch follower of Rupa Goswami. We don't see much his following of Jiva Goswami. Of course, he is following the principles given by the Srila Jiva Goswami only. But that more, his more inclination towards the Rupa Goswami, we can see in his literature many times. And also he commented on Rupa Goswami's all the books like Ujjvala Neelamani Kiran. That means that is one of the book of the Rupa Goswami. He commented on that book named as Ujjvala Neelamani Kiran. I told you on the first day also. This Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also he commented on the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is the book of Rupa Goswami. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. And Laghu Bhagavatamrita also he commented on that. Laghu Bhagavatamrita, and that book name is Kana. Yeah. So like this, Rupa Goswami, but he didn't comment on the Shatsandharvas. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur didn't comment on Shatsandharvas. And also you don't see anywhere his Kramsandarbha, already it is there, but he didn't take any part from the Kramsandarbha and started elaborating, nothing. Even in the Bhagavatam also. So, because he is more inclined towards the Rupa Goswami, and so you will be seeing, he is taking from the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that Adav Shraddha, and is writing this a big book. So anyway, you can see the pure devotional service, the Uttama Bhakti's definition here clearly. Yeah, 1 second, Prabhu. So Bhaktehi Gnana Karma Dhyamishratvena. So this, and also Falabhisandana Rahita. And next, Swavashayika Anukulya Mula Pranaya. Yes, Prabhu, Ranshan Prabhu, tell me, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji, so just a small clarification. Like here, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur used the word Mishritvena, and there is like Rupa Goswami used Anavratam. So like one time I'm hearing from devotees saying that Anavratam means is not covered, means a devotee can be might be like doing some like the karma or jnana, but it's not really the primary, it's a secondary one. And here is like completely rejecting that. So is the same thing or is it a different thing?
Yeah. I was thinking any doubt may come from here, and it came. I am also having Prabhu actually same. So, you know, in Bhakti Sandarbha, anyway, we are going to study this. Bhakti is defined in Bhakti Sandarbha by Srila Jiva Goswami. After that, he classifies Bhakti into Aropa Siddha, next Sangha Siddha, and finally Swarupa Siddha. In that Swarupa Siddha also he explains that 4 categories. That means tamasika, rajasika, sattvika, and nirguna. Nirguna bhakti means doing, that means nirguna means what? Doing the Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, that means Shravanam Kirtanam Smaranam, this Navada Bhakti, for the sake of pleasure, for the sake of bhakti. That means nirguna means only to please the Lord. So this is the thing desired by the every devotee, he says there. That means what is the highest goal of the people according to the Jiva Goswami? Nirguna bhakti. Okay, nirguna bhakti is the highest goal. So nirguna bhakti means what? Doing the Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, that means direct devotional service, that is Shravanam Kirtanam, Navada Bhakti, for the pleasure of the Lord. This only he says. And he says also this in the 29th chapter of the 3rd canto. And there it is clearly mentioned that completely it is karma and jnana is rejected actually. Jnana karma di sunyam he takes. There he takes sunyam. And here if you see Bhakti Rasam Sindhu Uttama Bhakti, here Jnana Karma Anavrutam is taken. Anavrutam is not covered by the Jnana and Karma. Bhakti is not covered by the Jnana and Karma. Not covered means anyway, it is Jnana Karma Sunyam, we didn't say it. That means. So, then if you want to do pure Bhakti, according to the Jiva Goswami, what you should do? You should leave everything. And all the time doing the Navada Bhakti. That means Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Dasam, Sakyam, Atmanam, all these. And if you go for the Bhakti Rasam Sindhu definition, it is not rejected. Karma and Karma, Sunyam is not said. So, Amishratvena he also is using here. So it is why these two acharyas are having this kind of different definitions, which are the goal of the life. Some difference is there. I didn't reconcile till now actually. This is the only doubt I raised to some other seniors to me, and it is in the process of research. And this is actually, that's why I entered into this Bhakti philosophy, and seeing these all subtleties actually, I'm trying to explore actually. And how to connect with the Prabhupada also finally, Prabhupada instructions. And clearly understanding the previous Acharya's definitions. And after that, the revolutionary thoughts of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And this kind of maybe I am not able to understand. I don't say that some controversy is there, but till now my brain is also, I am also not able to understand this. The same point what you are asking now. There in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is said like that. And in the Jiva Goswami's definition, it is said that like that. Then I told actually some places, what I said, yes, mind is, for example, in the case of how I reconciled, you people may judge it also. I don't know whether that is right or wrong, but you may just think. So now Jiva Goswami, what is saying? So bhakti means, ultimate bhakti means, he is saying that Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, that means Shravanam Kirtana you should do, and so and so. That means Navada Bhakti. You should do Navada Bhakti, and there is no even a tinge of other karma and jnana. And that means karma and jnana means even you don't do your prescribed duties also, nothing, so and so. All the time your consciousness is fixed in this bhakti. Then if it is the no, Mahaseva, wait, let me finish. Then you give your opinion. Then how I am understanding actually to justify the Rupa Goswami and also to the Jiva Goswami, I am making like this. So Bhakti, Jiva Goswami is whatever he is saying, yes. So Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, that means Navadha Bhakti one should do for the pleasure of the Lord. That is going on. Even Srila Prabhupada says in his lectures many times, these Suddha Bhaktas, externally they might be doing the karma and jnana, but all the time their consciousness is fixed and they can chant 24 hours also. So that's why internally consciousness can be fixed into on the Krishna, and maybe externally they may perform. Like in the case of Bharata Maharaj or the Pandavas, they are all, we consider them as a pure devotees. And also even Prahlad Maharaj, Ambarish, especially Ambarish is a pure devotee and he is following the Navadha Bhakti, that means all the limbs of the Bhakti. And also he is doing the activity of controlling this country. So then how I understood, so somehow or other his consciousness is always fixed in the Lord, and externally he might be doing the activities of his bodily activities, some karma, whatever he is performing that. So like that, even, yeah, like that I heard. That means then that's why it is known as pure devotional service. They are also known as pure devotees because their definition, this definition is fitting in them like that. So that's why I said Gnana Karma Dhyanavrita means I took like that actually. Gnana Karma Anavrita means bhakti. Bhakti is only their goal and they are doing the bhakti. That means their Chetana is completely involved in the bhakti and externally they might be doing the Gnana and Karma. So Gnana, Karma or whatever that means. Karma, Gnana means like doing the Swadhyaya, following their own Saka of the Vedas, reciting this, that. But even if you do those activities like gopis, they might be serving to their husbands and this, that, but their consciousness is always fixed in the Krishna. In the same way, I thought like that. So that Rupa Goswami's definition is also justified and Jiva Goswami's definition is also justified.
Can I say something?
Yes, Prabhu.
Well, now it's not my qualification to say something, but I don't know whether like this is my own thing. I'm just sharing with you because like in Rupa Goswami's definition, because the very first thing he said, Anya Bilashita Shunyam. So means he already clarified that the next, the jnana and karma, because generally people does for some other purposes, so which he already negated, like it's not going to happen, like because you already said Anya Bilashita Shunyam. So then whatever left jnana karma is basically which is bhakti related only. Is that understanding correct?
Prabhu, actually, this will give a problem actually. This will also comes under the Gnana Mishra Bhakti only. So you will be studying in the Bhakti Sandarbha. Someone do the karma. Karma they do along with the Bhakti. Doing the karma along with the Bhakti is known as the Karma Mishra Bhakti. And but they will be expect Akaitava, Sakaitava. Two categories are there in that. Karma Mishra Bhakti with two categories, Akaitava, Sakaitava. So Sakaitava means they are doing the Karma Mishra Bhakti and expecting the result of the karma, some fruitive results. So example is our kādambinī. And some people, they are doing the Karma Mishra Bhakti Akaitava. That means for the pleasure of the Lord only. Then still it is considered as Karma Mishra Bhakti only. Because karma is involved in that. So that is the definition Jiva Goswami gave there. And Nirguna Bhakti means he says that completely swiped off. That means there is no karma or no jnana. He says clearly. So whatever definition you are giving now, Prabhu, so that it comes under the category of Akaitava Karma Mishra Bhakti. Akaitava Gnana, Karma Gnana Mishra Bhakti. According to the Jiva Goswami's definition. So that's why actually this here also he didn't say Gnana Bhakti Gnana Karmadi Anavrutena, he didn't write here. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Amishritena means it's not at all there actually. but there you have seen anavritina. Okay, Mahaseva Prabhu, please. You can give your point.
I heard from senior devotee,
Yes.
Jnana Karma Anadi, with a very simple definition that karma there means is karma kand, that yagyadi, and jnana
Yajna.
means Brahma ekya jnana, basically. That is what Jnana Karma Anavitam means. It is
Okay.
so that Anavritam and Shunyam doesn't look like a big problem.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. So, yeah, Ramshan Prabhu. So, I'm in the process of this. That means these two definitions. What is the difference between Amishratvam and Anavritatvam? That I will try to clarify in the future classes. I will focus on this and try to find out and try to justify this. Okay, Prabhu. So, time being,
Sure, Prabhu.
so you please take that here. This
Sure, Prabhu.
pure bhakti, which is not mixed with the gnana and karma, that means it's completely free from the gnana and karma, and which is not we are seeing exactly like in the definition of the Rupa Goswami's Uttama Bhakti, but still we are taking it's like it's looking like the Jiva Goswami's Nirguna Bhakti. This definition is looking like is exactly looking like Jiva Goswami's Nirguna Bhakti, where the Nirguna Bhakti is nothing but the Navadha Bhakti, is not mixed with any Gnana and Karma, and it is done for the sake of the Lord's pleasure. That means Swavishayika Anukulya, and it is favorable to the Lord, and without any other results. We are not expecting any other results, only pleasing the Lord. So this definition is matching with that, but the terminology, if you see, it's like Rupa Goswami's terminology. So that I will anyway, this time I am getting opportunity to teach the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu for the Bhakti Shastris from the 15th onwards. Samanya Bhakti. Sorry, first wave, Eastern wave. Then I will do more research on that. And then I will maybe in future classes I will share, Prabhu. So any difference is there then? How to reconcile these things? What you ask is okay.
Sure,
Yeah. This pure bhakti, which is not mixed with the gnana and karma, and it is targeted. That means without aiming at without aiming at other results. So, and also it is favorable to only the Lord, and that is the life principle of the life for this bhakti. That is the various characteristics we discussed. Swasparshana, then that bhakti, Swasparshena sparshamaniriva karnavruttirapi prakruta lohatam shanaihi tyajayatva chinmayatva suddha jambuja nadatam prapayantyaha kadali bhavante samudgacchantyaha sadhanabhikye de patrike vivriyete. These are the senses. In these senses, pure bhakti is appearing. So the creeper of pure bhakti. This seed is given by the Madhyamadhikari.
We are not
And
sharing screen.
oh, acha.
Not sure.
Acha, 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 acha. Okay. This pure bhakti seed is there. When you put these senses are like fields. In these fields, this pure bhakti seed is given. Then from this creeper is coming. Anyway, so this pure bhakti creeper, what kind of characteristics is having? Characteristics of pure bhakti are given here. First one is what? So nirasta phalantara nirasta phalantara abhisandhita. So that is the thing. This. And also swavishayikanukulya. Swavishayikanukulya. Swavishayikanukulya Mula Prana. That means, so it is having the principle of life. What is that? Favoring its own object, that is Krishna. And another one is Jnana Karma Amishrita. Jnana Karma Jamishrita. These are the three characteristics. Anyabhilashita Sunyam. So Krishnanukulyam. So Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam. Anavrutam is here Amishrita. We are taking. Only just I need to clarify here. Amishrita and Anavrita, how they are different. That we will see later. Anyway, pure bhakti definitions these are. And that kind of creeper is coming in the field of senses. So here, this is what? Bhakti creeper. Pure bhakti creeper. Bhakti is compared with the creeper. Senses are compared with the field. Okay. And this bhakti, this kind of bhakti is who is going to take shelter of this kind of bhakti? One more point. One more extra point. Who are taking the shelter of this? Bhavya Janaihi. Who is going to take shelter of this? Bhavya Janaha. Bhavya Janaha. That means they are like what? They are compared with what? They are compared with the honeybees. Madhurataihi. These Bhavya Janaha means excellent people. Excellent people. They took vow. Wow, like honeybees. They want to drink honeybees always. Honeybees took vow to drink only honey. Similarly, these Bhavya Jana also took vow to taste only pure bhakti. Okay, so that kind of the senses. So belong to this kind of people, yeah. Pure bhakti, yeah, appears in whom? This kind of people who took vow to drink only pure bhakti. And their senses, in their senses, those are the fields. This bhakti creeper is appearing. Next what? Swasparshena Sparshamanidiva Karnavrittiraphi Prakrutattvalohatam Shanaihi Tyajayitva Chinmayatva Shuddha Jambujanatatam Prapayantyaha Kandali Bhavanti. Okay. Now, one more important point. These senses are initially, they are, I'll make another picture here. These are the senses. These senses are, so when you start doing the bhakti, initially how they are? They are material. They are in nature of, they are material senses. So, and now, when you do this Suddha Bhakti, then what is happening? This material nature is transformed into Chinmaya. What is said here? Shuddha Chinmaya. Chinmayatva. Chinmayatvam. These senses are becoming the Chinmaya. That means transcendental, beyond the modes. Sorry. Here, sorry. So cold actually here. The senses initially in the material, actually, in the nature of material nature. They are having the material nature. This material nature is compared with the lohatam. The nature of the senses is transformed actually. So initially, what is the nature of the senses? Material. That is said as, that is compared with the iron. And by doing this pure bhakti, that means the senses, this pure bhakti, the bhakti creeper is appearing in the senses. This bhakti creeper appearing in the senses. This is bhakti creeper. And what it is doing by its touch, like a touchstone. How the touchstone is doing? If you keep a touchstone on the iron, it makes it into gold. The same way, this bhakti creeper is like a touchstone. What it is doing? So it is removing the material nature of these senses. It is making senses to leave their material nature and it is making senses to get this Chinmaya nature. Chinmaya nature is compared with the gold. So like touchstone, what it will do? It will convert iron into gold. Same way here, Bhakti Creeper is turning material into Chinmaya. That means iron, material nature is compared with the iron, and transcendental nature is compared with the gold. Okay. How it is doing? Gradually. This to here. This to here, how it is happening? Gradually happening. Gradually happening because why it is happening gradually? Because we are having the anarthas. Since having the anarthas, when we do the pure bhakti, then what will happen? That bhakti is destroying these anarthas and gradually turning this all the senses, body, mind, internal senses and external, into transcendental. Okay, this is the understanding. I will take little more time today because at least I should finish this paragraph. Master Prabhu, tell me.
Prabhuji, just I checked in Durgam Sangani Tika also, Prabhuji Sanskrit. So here Jiva Goswami is writing, Jnanamatra nirved brahmanusandhanam natu bhajaniya tatvanusandhanam api tasyavashya pachinatvat and karma chatra smritya duktam nitya naimittikadi natu bhajaniya paricharyadi tasya tad anusilan rupatvatvat. So the same thing, like Jiva Goswami is only writing Jnana and Karma. So
yeah, Prabhu, yeah. So here he says that karma means nitya naimittik karma, gnana means brahma gnana.
Yes.
He writes this, writes this. That means here this bhakti is not covered by these two. So there is no question at all. That means what is that karma and what is that jnana? But the point is why he had said anavrutam. Why he did not said the sunyam? That's the point actually.
Yes, Prabhu. So anyway, that devotees are not supposed to, like, they are not into Brahma Ekya Jnana or the Yagyadi Karma, no, Prabhuji. So then anavrutam.
Nitya naimittik means it comes under the occupational duties also, na?
Okay.
Karma means so it also comes under the nitya naimittik karma. So doing the varnashrama duties also comes. Nitya naimittika, if you see in the he said what karma means, can you read again once again there?
Same Prabhuji, what you said. Karma chatra smritya dhyuktam nitya naimit kadi.
Smritya uktam. Smrityoktam nitya naimittik. Smriti means manusmriti. So manusmriti, parasara smriti, yagnavalkya smriti, these all smritis are describing so nitya naimittik karma for the various varnas. So that means what? We should not do even occupational duties also. Occupational duties all comes under the nitya and naimittik karmas.
Okay. I thought only regarding like
karma kanda. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nitya naimittik means that. Then he is coming to the anavrutam only, that too. It's not sunyam, he didn't say.
Yeah.
He is taking that, Jiva Goswami is taking the nitya naimittik karma. Here karma means anavrutam means nitya naimittik karma anavrutam. Okay, but why? Main point is Rupa Goswami, why he is saying anavrutam? Why he not said the sunyam? Here we are seeing here in the Vishwanath Chakra Thakur here, Jnana Karmadi Amishatvam. Amish means not mixing at all. And there he is saying anavrutam only. That means anavrutam, when you say that means not covered, means you are accepting some portion of those.
Mm.
Yes or no? But
Yes.
those are all dominated by the bhakti.
Yeah. No, I was only
Ah.
thinking that it's only talking about yajna and karma kanda kind of thing.
Yeah, I
It's
understood
also
actually your
possible.
point. But here we should add naimittik, nitya naimittik karma means. So these are also comes under that.
Okay, understood.
Okay, Prabhu. That I will try to clarify, Prabhu. Definitely that same question I was also having. I will try as much. So okay.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Here what we are trying to see, this bhakti is working like a sparshmani. Shanaihi tyajayitva chinmayatva suddha. You see now in English. So the creeper of pure bhakti, which is not mixed with the jnana and karma, etc., takes birth in the field of senses. Without aiming at other results, this bhakti is taken shelter by excellent people who took vow like honeybees. The principle of life for pure bhakti is only favoring to her own object Krishna. Like Krishna, okay, full stop. Like touchstone, this creeper of bhakti by her own touch makes the senses to give up their iron-like material nature gradually and attain pure gold-like spiritual nature. Pure gold-like spiritual nature. This is clear? English?
Yes,
Clear,
Prabhu.
clear.
Anything is missing or in my explanation, the English not going back here and there, na? You can suggest in English also because you are all expert in English. Maybe, yeah.
Prabhuji,
One
one
Prabhu,
question is coming.
yes. Tell me,
Like
Prabhu.
one in one analogy we heard like iron and fire, and here touchstone and iron. So like here
Yeah.
Bastu is also getting changed. So which one is more correct, bro? Like in iron and fire, it remains still iron, but it becomes fiery. Here Bastu is getting changed iron into gold, and nature is also gold. So
Yeah. That
but
examples also. Example,
but
we don't need to worry, Prabhu. So example, just in the exemplified whatever feature you want to emphasize. So based upon that, you will be giving the example. So example, for same thing to explain, example can be given in a variegated way. So that means if you want to explain about the bhakti, if you want to explain the bhakti is changing or doing the something, so that means cleaning the sins gradually, that you want to explain, then you'll be giving some example. If you want to say that bhakti gives a result like the kalpataru, so then you'll be saying same bhakti you'll be comparing with the kalpataru. So it's based upon the your desire, based upon the your desire for describing the particular character of that bhakti. What character you want to explain in this situation? So what character of bhakti you want to explain? Based upon that, you'll be giving the example. Okay. So it's not a problem. So even iron and fire is also given fire. Like fire also makes iron into fire. So once that iron you kept and it become completely red, then you say it is a fire only. It's not no more iron. That is. But when that fire goes out, then it is once again it's iron. But similarly, but there is bhakti is going. That we don't want to mention that bhakti goes out. Just you want to mention that bhakti transforms the heart. That's for that you want to give an example. Then you'll give the iron and the fire. No problem. But when you want to say so something like it is completely changing, that feature you want to explain about the bhakti, then you'll be giving this example. So iron and this parasmani. So parasmani is, sorry, this touchstone. So touchstone is He is changing that iron into completely into gold. And now gold is not going back. It's just based upon the your desire of the your desire of saying the subject matter. Yes, Prabhu Ramcharan Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, here, just my own understanding. I'm just sharing with you. So here, like because we are talking in context of bhakti, which is actually given to another person through a pure devotee only, or the devotee association.
Yeah.
So, so the parasmani, when touches or touchstone touches to iron, it's become a gold. I heard in fifth canto, like when there was a discussion between Rahugan and Jad Bharat Maharaj. So there is mentioned that the difference between parasmani, touchstone, and devotee is that when devotee preach other devotee, they will make that devotee also pure devotee. Like a touchstone cannot make iron to touchstone, but can turn into gold. But a devotee can make other devotee pure devotee. So which is like making another touchstone.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, I'm saying like is because it's mentioned bhakti, that's why it's mentioned here, or like because anyway bhakti is not coming by itself. Bhakti is given by the devotees. So I don't know whether that will fit there or not.
Yeah, that to explain the feature of so bhakti is being a parasmani, is making others also pure bhaktas like parasmanis. So you want to explain that bhakti is transformed and he also can distribute the bhakti. That potential you want to explain, like how parasmani is making others into the gold or otherwise. So there you want to explain the feature of once if you get the bhakti seed and that you also can be transferring that bhakti. So you want to explain that feature, then you'll be using the some other example. So
Okay.
it's just, yeah. What is the point here? What feature of the bhakti you want to explain? Here we want to say this bhakti is transforming the senses into pure spiritual. So into spiritual form. It is transform material senses into spiritual senses. So that is the point we want to emphasize. So that's why he simply compared with the touchstone, parasa. That means so sparshena, sparshamani, touchstone, sparshamani, sparshena, by its touch. So how it transforms, same. But here main point is what I want to you people to focus on. So this gradually changes those senses into transcendental senses, material senses into transcendental. So spiritual. That is gradually because of the aparadas. And next we will be going to that. Swarasamani Riva. So Karana Vritti. So next this Prapyantyah Kandali Bhavante Samudgachantyah. So Sadhanabhikye Dve Patrike Vivriyete. Now come to our picture. Initially, this is a seed, and that seed is in the bud form actually. Bud form means when you keep a seed in the earth, in the field, that will be becoming swelling actually. It's becoming a little bit smooth and it's increased in the size, swelling type. So then that is known as Kandali Bhava. Kandali Bhavante. Then after that, what is happening? Then there is some sprout, some white something is coming. It is looking like a thorn actually. Initially it looks like. Then when it comes out, then after that, from that it is you'll be springing out the two leaves from that. So it unfolds into two leaves. The same way. So what is happening here? You will see. Kandali bhavante samudgachantyah sadhanabhikye dve patrike vivriyete. So this at the end of the budding stage, a bhakti creeper comes up and two leaves of it known as sadhana spring out. Sadhanabhikye dve patrike. Dve patrike means I will show in the picture now. So this is the seed. This is the seed And this seed is initially is becoming the big, like this big, then it is coming out, and dve patrike, 2 leaves are coming out. Okay, dve patrike. And what are the name of these two? These two are sadhana abhikye. These two are known as sadhana. These 2 leaves name is sadhana, and one is, these 2 leaves are the sadhana. Among these 2, one is, you see here, sadhana bhikye dve patrike vivriyete tayoho prathama kleshagni dvitiya shubhada iti. These 2 leaves are known as sadhana. Leaves of it known as sadhana spring out. Among both of them, the first one is kleshagni, destroyer of material sufferings, and the second one is subhada, giver of all auspiciousness. It is a giver of all auspiciousness. One leaf is kleshagni, and another leaf is shubhada. There are 2 leaves. Now next, so dvayoho api tayoho antastu lobha pravartakatva lakshana chaikanyena yesham aham priya atma sutascha ityadi shuddha sambandha sagnataya cha. So praptutkarshe dese rago namna ragnah eva adhikaraha. Ragnah adhikaraha. What it mean? You see here. The 2 leaves came out now. Among both of them, the first one is kleshagni, destroyer. Okay, this then this line here. The king known as Raga has authority on those 2 leaves inner surface, which is superior due to softness, which is produced by greed, and due to affection of pure relationship with the Lord, as stated in I am their dear one, soul, and so on. I will explain what it means. Now you take these 2 leaves. I will be drawing the 2 leaves in another place here. Okay. It is having the inner portion and antaha, means inner portion and outer portion. What is inner portion in this? Huh? Inner surface and outer surface. Not inner. What is inner surface?
Whether it is
Rag bhakti, rag sadhana bhakti.
In this leaf, inner portion means what? Inner surface.
The smoother part, Prabhuji.
This side, na top.
Top, yeah.
bottom one, no, Prabhuji. Okay, top one.
That's why I'm asking.
I thought bottom one.
And bottom part is outer surface. And it is inner surface. If you take a leaf, so which surface is more smooth, inner or outer?
Yes, inner is more smooth.
Inner is more smooth. Outer is a little bit rough actually. If you take leaf, if you take leaf, if you touch the outer surface, it will be very rough actually. If you take inner, it is very smooth. On this inner surface, who is having authority? The king. Which king is having authority?
Raga.
Raga. The king name is Raga. And on the outer surface, these two leaves are having inner surface and outer surface. On those two leaves, and what is the name of these two leaves?
Sadhana.
One leaf is
Kleshagni.
yeah, Kleshagni.
Shubhada.
Another is Shubhada, and both are known as Sadhana.
Sadhana.
Both are known as Sadhana. And on these two leaves, inner surface is the Raga. On the inner surface, who is having Adhikara? Raga. Raga, the king Raga is having Adhikara. On outer surface, who is having Adhikara? The king Vaidha. See here. Vaidha. Vaidha Namno. Now, one more interesting point here. Antastu, and we are saying one more, inner surface is more superior than the outer surface. Now the point is, inner surface is superior than outer. What are the reasons? Give me the reasons. There are two reasons are there. What is the first reason?
Because of greed, Prabhuji.
So why the inner surface is more superior? It is given, you see here, which is superior. That means inner surface leaves inner surface, which is superior due to softness, which is produced by greed. Means raga, lobha pravartakatva lakshana chaikyena. This surface is more prominent because it is have tenderness. It is radiant with the tenderness. That inner surface is radiant with the tenderness because
of greed.
Tenderness, because that inner surface is more superior because it's a radiant with the tenderness. The tenderness is produced by the what? Greed. That means what? What it means? The tenderness means what? In the case of Raga Bhakti, in the Raganuga Bhakti, we don't need any strong rules. You're understanding? There is no roughness. That means I have to do Mangalarati, I have to chant, and I have to go for Guru Puja, I have to go to this, that kind of harshness. Harshness is not there in that. But in the Raganuga Bhakti case, what is the requirement? Lobha, greed. That means spontaneous greed. That means lobha is the cause for the doing that Raganuga Bhakti. So that's why that surface is smooth, where Raganuga Bhakti is the king, where the Raga is the king. Yes, you're understanding this point? Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Why inner surface is more superior? The reason is that surface is so tender, radiant with the tenderness, because the tenderness is produced. Tenderness means there is no harsh rules in that. There is softness is there, because the tenderness is produced by what? By the greed. There is one reason. Okay. Next, one more reason we are giving. Now you come to here, picture. Here in this surface is superior because of softness. Softness, which is produced by what? Lobha, greed. Okay, this is the reason. Next reason is what? Why the inner surface is superior? Second reason is this. Feeling bored, actually want to leave? I will leave otherwise. Shall I continue? Tell me, Prabhu.
Continue, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji, continue, please. It is
Only
very,
another 10 minutes I will take.
it is very interesting.
So, due to affection of pure relationship with the Lord, as stated in the Raganuga Bhakti, and once again, what is the situation? Upasaka is having the certain kind of the relation with the Lord. So that means that signata, that means that kind of affection. In that bhakti, affection is there actually. In the Raganu Bhakti, there is affection of due to affection of a pure relationship with the Lord, as stated in 3.25.38. You see here, pravartakatva chaikyena esham aham priya atma sutascha ityadi shuddha sambandha snigdhataya. Because of the shuddha sambandha snigdhata. So because of this reason also, this surface is more. That means in that surface, raga is having authority, and in that surface, why it is having authority? Because of these two reasons, because of the softness and because of the snigdhata. And next, praptotkarshe deshe raga namno ragnah eva adhikarya bahistu tasmad bharata sarvatma ityadi shastra pravartakatva lakshana parushya bhasena. Parushya means what? Parush means katinata. Parushya means katinata. So you will be seeing outer surface is bit hard actually. Outer surface is bit hard. What is the reason for that? So that bhakti is, that means is impelled by the injunctions of the Shastra, or that bhakti is induced or is done because of this. So that outer surface is bit hard actually, because of the, like examples are tasmad bharata sarvatmana sarvatma harish. What is that? 215. Bhagavan Hari Srotavya Kirtitavya Jaya Pujyasya Nityada something. 215. So this instruction is injunction. It is an injunction actually. It is not a just, that means Tasmad Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwara Harihi Srotavya Kirtitavya Kirtitavyasya Smartavyasya Chitabhayam. If someone is desiring the abhayam, he should hear, he should chant, he should. This is the instruction. You should. That means there is no lobha, there is no greed to do bhakti. Just this instruction is telling to us. That's why we are having the faith on the Shastra, and the Shastra is telling this rule and this thing to do. So that's why we are doing. That means some kind of kartinyam is there. Parushya, that means hardness is there. Second reason I am writing here, that is anyway affection due to pure relation with the Lord. This is the second reason. And now we are giving the why we are saying that means another side, that means outer surface is inferior. Is inferior to the inner surface. We are also having the two reasons. One is it is hard. Hardness is that the surface is having hardness. The reason is we are, that means seeing the bhakti, this is induced by the injunctions of the Shastra. That's why hardness is there. And next, there is no affection. There is in the Vaidhi bhakti, so there is natural. In the Raganuga bhakti, you'll be seeing the natural relationship with the Lord, with that devotee. But in the case of the Vaidhi bhakti, that natural relationship is not experienced actually. So that's why here little mistake is there. I translated little mistake and I will correct it. Here I wrote the wrongly I studied, and this one line is bit inferior than the previous. So you see, and another king known as Vaida has authority on the outer surface of the leaves, which is a bit inferior than previous one due to, so practice of human beings I wrote, this has to be corrected. Due to the hardness, you should write here. I read this Purusha Abhyasena at that time. It's not the Purusha Abhyasa, Parusha Abhasena. So some mistake in the studying, and that's why I translated mistakenly. It's a human error. So I'm also affected with the 4 defects. So because of this, a Bhranti happened actually here. Parusha Abhasena, I read as a Purusha Abhyasena. Somehow this Y I read here, and then immediately meaning is changed actually. So some mistake is there. This you should correct it here. I will correct it and I will send once again proper file. So due to the hardness, you should write due to hardness. Due to the hardness, which is due to the injunctions of the Shastras. That's why here, that means Shastra Pravartakatvena means, so Shastra means scriptures, because of scriptural injunctions. Due to scriptural injunctions, because of scriptural injunctions. Hardness, you should write hardness due to scriptural injunctions, like that you should write. Okay, example is such as, O Bharata, therefore Lord Hari should be heard about, glorified. This is 215. And one more reason to say outer surface is inferior, because due to not raising of natural affection, because of there is no natural rising of natural affection in the case of the Vaidhi bhakti. So that's why we say that surface is not smooth, and that is inferior. So because in the Vaidhi bhakti there is an absence of pure relationship with the Lord actually. We don't, we are doing because Shastra is saying that's why we are going and standing in front of Lord and doing. That means haratis and attending so and so we are doing. Okay. So these are the 2 reasons to say why Vaidhi bhakti is inferior. That means outer surface, where and on that surface who is having adhikara? Vaidha is having the adhikara. On the inner surface who is having the adhikara? Raga is having the adhikara. So in general, so then last line, final line, in general, there is no speciality of their kleshagnatvam and subhatvam. What it mean? So now I'll come to the picture. So here outer surface is inferior because no affection. That is another reason. Okay, now come to here. We'll analyze this 1 minute. What we are saying. Okay, these 2 leaves are known as sadhana, and one leaf is Keshagni and another leaf is Subhada, and inner surface is the who is having adhikara on the inner surface? Raga is having adhikara on the inner surface, and on outer surface who is having adhikara? Vaidha is having. And in these 2 surfaces, which surface is superior? Inner surface is superior, and outer surface is not superior, is inferior. So what are the reasons for the inner surface to be superior? Because this is so much tender, because it is induced or produced by this tenderness is produced due to the lobha, that is greed, and outer surface is hard because it is induced by the scriptural injunctions. That's why it is hard. And inner surface is superior. One more reason we are giving, because it is having some kind of snigdhata, that means affection. You will be seeing this. So the affection, snigdhata is there in this. That means, and in that leaf, that kind of radiant, that means it's not only soft, and also it is snigdhata. Snigdhata means it's also is shining and something. That signata is there. Snigdhata means here, that means affection towards the Lord is there in this Raganuga Bhakti. And in the Vaidhi Bhakti, there is no natural affection. So because we don't feel any natural relation with the Lord. So, but both, actually, this is also, Kleshagni is having the two sides. One side is Kleshagni, that means Kleshagni is nothing but what? Destroying the kleshas. Shubhadaism is nothing but what? So auspicious qualities. So that means in the case of Raganuga Bhakti also Kleshagni is there. In the case of, that means this total leaf is Kleshagni. So it is having two sides. That means Kleshagni is due to Raganuga Bhakti, Kleshagni due to the Vaidhi Bhakti. Kleshagni due to the Subhada is due to the Raganuga Bhakti, Subhada is due to the Vaidhi Bhakti. Is there any difference between these? That means Kleshagni due to the Raganuga Bhakti and Kleshagni due to the Vaidhi Bhakti. Is there any difference, any special difference between these two? That means Raganuga Bhakti Kleshagni means destroyer of the kleshas. So that is going to destroy more, and Vaidhi Bhakti is going to destroy kleshas less. Can you say like that? No. Max Prayaha means 99% both are doing the same kind of destruction of the kleshas. And even the Vaidhi Bhakti, even in the case of Subhada also, both are producing the same kind of the good qualities. That is said in the last line. That is said in the last line. So that's how you see. Kleshagnatva Subhadatvabhyam tu prayah tayoh na kopi visheshaha. There is no speciality in those two bhaktis too, in the production of Kleshagni and in the production of Subhadattva. Okay. Some more. It's clear concept, some extent at least.
Yes,
Any questions, Prabhu? Already took much time. Astosh Prabhu, how are you?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu.
Sir, Raganuga Bhakti has no harshness
Yes.
of rules, hence it is tender.
Yes.
It is tender due to lobha.
Yes.
And it is considered superior. Okay, this is my learning over
Yes.
here.
This surface is superior, yes.
Thus, just before that, characteristics of pure bhakti, the first point mentioned is uninterested in material gains.
Yes.
So are these 2 points matching? And being uninterested in material gains is actually superior. But here the lobha characteristic has been said as superior. Is there a mistake in my understanding, Prabhuji?
Lobha for doing the bhakti. So you are saying this point, I understood, because of that tenderness we are seeing. And you are in the pure bhakti characteristics, what you are saying, Prabhu? I'm not able to relate your question. Please, can you bit explain?
There are 4 points explained in characteristics of pure bhakti.
Yes,
First
yes,
point
yes.
is uninterested in material gains. Second,
That means
pleasure
falantara
Correct,
nirasta
correct.
falantara abhisandita.
Perfect. That.
Anya phala abhisandita.
Second point mentioned was pleasure of, we are doing bhakti for the pleasure of Lord Krishna only. That is our sole aim, sole goal.
Yes.
Third
That
point
means
is
swavishay kanukulya mula prana. Yeah.
perfect, perfect. Third point is it is unmixed with jnana and karma.
Yeah. Yes.
And fourth point is it is followed by bhavya janaha, as
Yeah.
compared to honeybees
Yes.
have taken a vow, and
Yes.
that is the definition of pure devotees.
Yes.
Now,
Yes,
this was
Prabhu.
the understanding of superior part of bhakti.
Yes.
Here, superior part of bhakti has been related with tenderness of the upper part of the leaves.
No, no, no.
No.
Both bhaktis here. This leaf is coming out that means this leaf is having the two sides, upper side and lower side, and these two leaves are coming from the pure bhakti only. That means these characteristics are there. These characteristics, whatever three you are seeing. So okay, I will just share my screen and then I will explain to you. Yeah. Good question you are asking. Okay, I understood your question, Prabhu. You are saying this upper portion is having any special, that means can you say specifically these three characteristics in the upper portion of this sleeve, like that you are asking, inner portion or otherwise upper portion, whatever. So inner portion of this sleeve, it's not like that, Prabhu. And it's not like that here, because inner and outer both portions are coming from the pure bhakti, which is satisfying these three characteristics. That's why you can see. So Raganuga Shuddha Bhakti, Raganu Bhakti is also Raganuga Bhakti, also Sadhana Bhakti, and Vaidhi Bhakti is also Sadhana Bhakti, and both are Shuddha Bhakti. Understanding?
Trying to, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Both are coming from they are two leaves of, these are the two portions of the same leaf, which is coming from the pure bhakti, seed of the pure bhakti. It's a creeper of the pure bhakti. This is, yeah. Yes, bro. Any others? Any question? Yes, bro. Master, bro.
Prabhuji, basically this softness, what Prabhuji was asking, I think the softness of the leaf, that is because of the other two things. One is lobha and other is snigdhata, because of the closeness of the Lord.
Yeah.
And because of that, it is like soft. And
Yes,
other side is hard because it is basically governed by the scriptural rules.
Yes.
Like you should do like that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Astosh Prabhu, your doubt is clear, no? Your question.
Yes, Prabhu, to a certain extent. The adhikari of the upper surface of the leaf is king is raga. This raga can be compared to the desire, actually.
Raga can be compared to?
Desires?
No, raga is not compared with anyone. Raga is nothing but is attraction, actually. We are having the attraction. Raga is nothing but the is the attraction. Raga means attraction. It's not the, I know. Why you? Where is the point actually? Where you are not getting? I am not understanding.
No, like the word raga and dvesha.
Oh, Prabhu, actually here raga you should not compare with that, Prabhu. Here raga is the raga for what? Raga for doing the bhakti, actually. And bhakti is one is impelled or induced by the lobha, that is known as raga. Bhakti is impelled by the lobha, I mean greed, out of greed. Out of greed we are doing. Greed means what? Not material greed. This greed is not material greed. This greed is, so भगवान को पाने के लिए greed है और उस greed से किया जा रहा है.
Got it, Prabhuji. It is totally directed towards the Lord's pleasures. That's it. Got it, Prabhuji.
Yeah. एक केस में भक्ति को आसक्त माने भगवान के प्रति ग्रीड, भगवान लौल्यम मीन्स इधर लोभ मीन्स लौल्यम एक्चुअली, out of greed for what? Greed for the, I will explain those things in the next coming place. So what are these greed and those things? So अभी तो फिलहाल ही आप समझ सकते हैं greed माने क्या है. तो वो लोभ है एक्चुअली. लोभ माने भगवान को पाने की लोभ होना, उस प्रेम को पाने की लोभ होना. उस लोभ से हम लोगों करते हैं और भक्ति, और उसी को उसके अधिकार उसी को रागानु भक्ति भी कहते हैं. उसमें क्या होता है कि तो भगवान की सेवा के प्रति आपका आसक्ति होती है. राग माने एक अटैचमेंट है, उस पर नेचुरल अटैचमेंट रहता है, और उस नेचुरल अटैचमेंट रहने के कारण सो आप उस पर लोभ रहते हैं, लोभ रहेगा, और उस लोभ के कारण ऑटोमेटिकली करते रहते हैं. इसीलिए वो भक्ति करने में आपको कोई फोर्स नहीं रहता है. वो नेचुरली अंदर से लोभ रहने के कारण भगवान की प्राप्त करने के लिए वो तो बहुत सुलभ तरीका से हो ही जाता है, बहुत सरल से, माने कोई हार्शनेस नहीं है उसमें. लेकिन वो माने यदि शास्त्र नियम बोल रहा है इसको हमको करना है, ऐसा कुछ कटुता नहीं रहता है उसमें. समझ रहे हैं प्रभु? इधर राग और ग्रीड लोभ ये सभी मेटीरियल नहीं है.
Perfectly understood, Prabhuji. Dhanavad pranam.
प्रणाम प्रभु. Okay, others?
Prabhuji, this raga can also happen when anarthas are there or no?
Anarthas is, that's why Kleshagni is there, means anarthas are there, Mataji.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kleshagni is there, na? So that's it.
So it
Okay.
can happen in any stage of bhakti.
Actually there is there is a lot of debate is going on in this, our institute also on this. So we are seeing in some places of our books, in Srila Prabhupada's statement also, Raganuga Bhakti comes after the Ruchi stage. So like that it is said actually. And Raganuga Bhakti doesn't need that kind of Ruchi stage. Raganuga Bhakti, because of the some kind of lobha, if you have, that may be the reason of anything, maybe someone sadhu's mercy, and even if you have anarthas, so Raganuga Bhakti can present. It needs only, the qualification is only lobha, not having anarthas is not the a prerequisite to say the raga. Like this party also is there. So, and someone says that only unless if anarthas are not destroyed, how you can get the raga, and that's kind of argument also is there. So I will explain this as we progress in these discussions. Okay. And Ragavartma Chandrika, this is also one more book. We'll try to cover that also. We'll see. We are going very slow actually. Very, very slowly we are going. So, okay, Prabhu, thank you very much for patient and kind hearing, for giving me extra one hours. Really, you are all great students and really nice. Actually, getting this kind of students also is not an easy thing. Okay, thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta ki, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll meet once again on the next Saturday. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And also you people please try to see, that means, and practice and teach to your, so by this 1 week you at least teach to the 5-10 people, so that these concepts, whatever we discussed first over Amrita Varshini, so that also you should teach, and this also, so whatever we started, so that it will be, as much as we teach, at least if you understand the subject matter, so we can practice. If your understanding is not itself is not there, so it is very difficult to practice also. So that's why Prabhupada says to read his books very scrutinizingly. So our endeavor to understand his books, so through this knowledge, so that maybe we can get some success. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, one request.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, like whenever we get notes, we are basically getting notes what we are studying. So is it possible whenever whoever devotee is basically preparing or sending, can he make a master document and append at the end the new note, so that when we get the document, we get the full document again back, because right now we're getting MK1, MK2, then we need to basically find it out somewhere. So if we can keep one document, then it will be like every notes are there, so that we don't need to search around here and there.
Yeah, Prabhu. I will try. Actually, what I am doing, this Bhakti Sandarbha, Mādhurya, Kādambinī, and also Bhagavad Gita. So these I am translating, Prabhu. That's why I am writing on the modern marking. Copyrights reserved to ISKCON Bhagavat Mahavidyalaya. So because why I'm not giving in a book form? Because first of all, I'm doing parallelly actually. A whole week I sit and write, make the notes, and I did only till here only the this. Even I read the overall book from the other translations, and I have overall idea, but the scrutinizingly I'm doing with you people only actually. This much deeply I'm going first time only with all of you. And before that I read overall idea I'm having, and I taught also in a overall way, but that is not in such a detailed way. So that's why I don't have full copy of the book, and that's why I'm not able to give before the course starting. Maybe next batch definitely I can give, but this batch is first batch. So always you are all experimental batch. In Bhakti Sandarbha also you are all experimental batch. In Tattva Sandarbha also you are all experiment. So
we are the lucky ones, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So now, but I will definitely give, because I am having all the total file. I will, so that you people should not give to others, because that data is important to publish book. So then I will give that also. Yeah.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Prabhuji, why are you translating Bhagavad Gita, Prabhuji?
I'm translating Sarartha Varshini Mataji, Vishwanath Chakra Thakur.
Oh, acha. Okay. Yeah.
Because we don't have, that means translators they did, but that should be done even more closely to the Sanskrit and also concepts, clearly understanding and doing. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.